All my friends and relatives in four directions. This is Robert Pilot of Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake. I'm here to ask you for your support. Finding honest Native-centered news is not easy. But with your support, we're able to provide accurate information about Standing Rock, Line 3, treaty violations, and COVID-19 in our Native communities. Please visit Native Roots Radio Network on Patreon and donate if you can. That's Native Roots Radio Network on Patreon. Pinigigi, and thank you for your support. Minnesota has the only original wolf population in the continental United States.
And 80% of Minnesotans believe the wolf should be protected.
Howling for Wolves is asking Minnesotans to respect our true wildlife manager, the wolf.
Their survival is critical to our ecosystems, our communities, and even our economy.
As highly intelligent animals with strong social bonds, Minnesota wolves deserve to be protected and admired.
Learn more at howlingforwolves.org. Let's live and let howl. Howl!
You may not think of it, but winter is a great time to take care of those exterior home projects. This is Chad, owner of AM 950 for Snap Construction. Most people wait until the warmer months for their exterior home projects, but labor costs are actually lowest in the winter. And that's true for the contractor I trust, Snap Construction. Arguably the most well-reviewed exterior contractor and insulation contractor in the metro. Are you noticing ice dams on your house? Or is your furnace constantly running and you're still not comfortable? In addition to your exterior home projects, winter is also a great time to get your insulation checked with a free energy audit from Snap Construction. The average cost to upgrade your insulation is oftentimes less than a new furnace. Plus, there are rebates available from your energy provider when you upgrade your insulation. As always, Snap Construction stands by their work with a lifetime craftsmanship warranty. So don't wait for prices to rise in the warmer months. Get a free estimate now by calling 612-333-SNAP, 612-333-SNAP, or go to snapconstruction.com.
I love the Toyota Sienna Hybrid from Rudy Luther Toyota. Safe, roomy, comfortable, and insanely fuel efficient. One thing I haven't mentioned is how good the Sienna is at winter driving. We just had a snowstorm, and my Sienna handled the ice and snow no problem. From getting through the plow pile at the end of the driveway to safely navigating the snow-covered highways, the Sienna is designed to give you a comfortable, safe drive. When winter weather hits, I give myself extra time, but with Sienna's handling and heated seats, extra time is great. Test drive a Sienna today at Rudy Luther Toyota, 394 and 169 in Golden Valley.
With a look at your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. A slight chance of snow tonight, temperatures up to 14, but wind chills of minus 12 possible. Then Wednesday, cloudy with a high of 27.
For more than 40 years, the Great Wall Restaurant has been serving up Szechuan and Mandarin favorites. The Great Wall is located just north of 50th in France on the Minneapolis-Edina City line. Check them out at greatwallrestaurant.us.
Portions of Native Roots Radio may be pre-recorded.
It's a good day to be indigenous.
Get up, stand up.
They are going to become more brutal.
Couldn't cut, hit me cut again.
Because all the hippies were trying to be Indians anyway.
They're going to become more repressive because it's a matter of dollars and their illusionary concepts of power.
Hey, Victor.
We must live in balance with the earth.
And also with recent happenings at Wounded Knee.
I am awake.
Welcome to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Wakanja Hade. Hey, Karagi to all my friends and relatives in four directions. You are listening to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Robert Pilot. Hey, we discuss local, national, Native news and events, and as you know, Chujang, Native issues are human issues, and human issues are Native issues.
Yes, you are right, Digga. This portion of the show is supported by the Minnesota Indian Women's Sexual Assault Coalition.
Well, what a day yesterday in Indian country. We're really happy to have Ruth Anna on yesterday, stop in and talk about our relative Leonard Peltier and what's up with him. I don't know if I saw this, Haley. His daughter, who we've had on the show, she was saying that he's already been released and he's in or seeing doctors right now and is on his way to South Dakota. I don't know if you've seen any reports on that.
No, I just keep seeing people saying that he'll come home February 18th and as home too. I want to mention he'll be returning on home to do home confinement, pretty much to serve out the rest of his sentence at home. And he does not live in Minnesota. Leonard is a tribal member of the Turtle Mountain Band of Chippewa Indians in North Dakota.
Right. And So it'll be exciting when that happens, and we also got to give the family their adieu and Leonard his adieu before we head out there and have a powwow or something.
Yeah, I don't know what he's allowed to do, and like Ruth said yesterday, I'm sure, just respecting the privacy of him and his family, and I know he has family members that he hasn't even met in person yet. So I'm sure that time to come home will be very sacred and intimate for him and his family.
Yeah, good call, and we'll keep everyone updated in what we know, and obviously we don't know anything, but
Pretty much.
pretty much we're not, at least not giving out bad information. We just say we don't know. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, here's our friend Ruth Anna Buffalo, President and CEO of Minnesota Indian Women's Resource Center here in the Minneapolis and the cities. Welcome, Ruth Anna.
Hi, Dosha, or Nidoshadzi, and yeah, Madzagads, thank you for having me.
How are you doing today? I know we had a special report from you yesterday, and we were all really excited, and woke up today wondering if it was a dream or not.
Right? Yeah, even the girl twin said that a few minutes ago. She's like, I still can't believe Leonard was commuted, she said. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
it's pretty cool. Like, our entire family is following and supporting, and, because, yeah, from helping before, and then, getting his phone calls, and then him talking to my family and my children, or specifically asking about the oldest, Maya, and things. And yeah, so everybody, and my mom, sisters, even like first cousins, cousin brothers were in the room at times when he would call. And I'd say, is it okay if I put you on speakerphone? Or even in
Mhm.
meetings at MIWRC too, he was able to talk to our staff and be joking and
Wow.
teasing the staff, so yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, I told you I got a phone call from him out of the clear blue, and I asked him if I could record him, and I recorded him with my other phone, and we've played it, and that's amazing. And prayers out to his family, and thank goodness he's going to have a little peace here in the last years of his life. And we really appreciate Biden doing this. Could have been sooner, but I'm not going to complain. I'm very happy. And again, Ruth Anna, I got like emotional, and I didn't really expect that.
Yeah, same. Like, from the moment I received the news from you, and then yeah, like I was crying pretty heavily. I hugged my husband, and just like yeah, it was huge relief. Because I think even when you're helping, it's a huge sense of urgency to carry, and to have that on your shoulders is a lot. So I'm really
Mhm.
proud and thankful for like people who were in the trenches, helping, along the way. And yeah, I was crying, and my husband was saying, like, let it out, because he was there with me every step of the way, every twist and turn that was
Mhm.
there. My husband was my sounding board and witnessed it all, so.
Yeah, it was amazing, and prayers out, and it's a good thing, and it's a good thing for Indian country. Hey, gotta switch gears here real quick. There's freezing temps across Minnesota. School districts are shut down. Can you share some of the info of warming spaces that MIWRC is offering these? You guys are stepping up again, and let our relatives know what's going on.
Sure. We, out of necessity, stepped in and stepped up, I guess you could say, and reached out to Nicole with the camp there when the encampments, the propane tanks were exploding. And so we had just reached out and asked how we could assist, and kind of moved from there. So this is the third week that we've been assisting. And so we actually extended our hours because, just tracking the weather. We were able to open this past Sunday at 7 p.m. and we were going to close today at noon, but because of the inclement weather, extreme cold, we decided to stay open an additional day. So we're gonna try it out again, by paying attention to the weather. So we're open throughout tonight and through tomorrow at noon. And we're super thankful for all of the community support, grassroots, even like the different housing agencies from like Avivo, AICDC, yeah, just all the all the different. I'm still new, so disclaimer. And I'm not from here, not pretending to be from here. Just here to help. But so yeah. Also, the street housing, Hennepin County Streets to Housing, has also been super helpful. Like they're all set up with their laptops and have connected people to treatment, to temporary housing, shelter. Trying to find sustainable long-term solutions versus a Band-Aid. So thankful for all of the different key stakeholders reaching out from all the different levels of government. We've had like a state house rep that has showed up since day one. We had a joint meeting at MIWRC January 6th and then 7th. No, actually, yeah, January 8th, I believe, that Wednesday. And then we have more city council members stopping by today. I believe Councilwoman Chowdhury is going to stop by this evening. Yesterday, Representative Ilhan stopped in. Also, Councilman, and probably, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing the proper title, but Councilman Chavez was there. And so, yeah, there's just a lot of people who are coming together, but just super thankful for like the good work that has been going on the ground, from Little Earth, like Grandma Margaret cooking breakfast and let's see, the Southside Quays, of course, Minnie Shields, who's been there since day one, helping and patrolling prior to the emergency warming shelter space that we're providing. It's Little Earth Association, just, lots of people that have been helping, and Involve Minnesota has provided meals. And yeah, we're just super thankful for everybody pulling together. And, the capacity is at 35, and I believe on Sunday night there was 80 people that came in to eat, and so we're offering showers for men. Normally we don't, we do offer showers, meals, and a space to sleep through the drop-in center for our trans relatives and our women. But yeah, super thankful that the relatives are able to find a little bit of respite. Even if you can't stay overnight, please stop by and get warm and eat a meal.
Wow, a big Pinigigi, Ruth Anna Buffalo, President and CEO of Minnesota Indian Women's Resource Center. Great work that you and your people are doing, and thanks for the update, and Pinigigi for everything you do. We'll see you next week.
Matzigadats.
If the statistics say that 1 in 3 Native women and 1 in 6 Native men have experienced sexual assault in their lifetime, it means our whole community is affected by sexual violence. 1 is too many. Don't stand by, stand up. Don't engage in acts of sexual violence, and shut down the dirty jokes, the gossip, the victim blaming and shaming. As a community, we can change the way we respond. Contact the Minnesota Indian Women's Sexual Assault Coalition to attend a workshop to learn more.
Sponsored by the Minnesota Indian Women's Sexual Assault Coalition.
Support for Native Roots Radio comes from the Walker Art Center, an art space that's more than the spoon and cherry. Galleries celebrate contemporary visual art, including Indigenous artists like Edgar Heap Birds, Cheyenne and Arapaho Nation, and Jim Demini, Ojibwe. Additionally, films screen in the cinema, and performances are shown on stage. Free every Thursday night and free every day for members and citizens of tribal nations. Learn more at walkerart.org. Again, that's walkerart.org.
Hey friends, this is JP Derbogosian, host of The Gaily Show. Who knew 20 years ago, even 10 years ago, that social media CEOs would deliberately turn their platforms into far-right engines of fascism? TikTok shares your personal data with China's authoritarian government. Twitter is the primary site for MAGA organizing and spreading their propaganda. And now Facebook, Instagram, and Threads have not only stopped fact-checking far-right disinformation and lies, but they wrote the following policies telling its users that they can post, and I quote, allegations of mental illness or abnormality when based on gender or sexual orientation. And they can also explicitly refer to women as, and again I quote, household objects or property. So AM 950 and The Gaily Show have moved to Blue Sky, where far-right extremists are banned on site, there is no algorithm, and social media is, well, sociable. Plus, we've created a listener starter pack just for you. Use our starter pack to immediately follow all of your favorite AM 950 shows already on Blue Sky. We're at thegailyshow.org. That's at thegailyshow.org on Blue Sky.
Hi, this is Governor Walls. Thank you for listening to Native Roots Radio.
And we're back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot.
This portion of the show is supported by Native American Community Clinic on Franklin Avenue in Minneapolis, honoring health and tradition.
Wow, this is going to be fun, where you have our friend Deanna StandingCloud and Trish Cook on, and we're going to be talking about their upcoming big show called Big Auntie Energy at the Parkway Theater on Friday, January 24th. That's coming up real soon, you guys. Good to see you. Ho!
Oh, hello, Robert. How are you? This is Trish. I just saw I was unmuted. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having us.
Right on. Hey, Deanna. Again, congratulations on your play, your podcast radio show. That was just awesome writing and humor, and just a thousand applause to you. Good to see you, Deanna.
Awesome. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you look cool with that little microphone in your hand.
I feel so official. I'm like, I gotta get my equipment.
Yeah.
I'm glad you can hear me. Thank you.
Yeah, you look good too. You got the microphone in the headphones. You know, I always love having you guys on because, you know, at first I just want to say, be funny, but we are funny. So we're native. So we just have a conversation here, and we're really excited, Deanna and Trish. These people have to get tickets right away because this baby sells out if it isn't sold out already.
It's not sold out. There are still tickets available, and this is the only kind of selling out we want to do. I'm speaking for both of us. Like, we just want to sell tickets.
This is our extent of selling out. Is this?
Yeah, this is what we
the
mean.
only thing?
We've been really fortunate to have sold out our last shows at the Parkway, and we'd like to make it a hat trick and sell this one out too. So there's still tickets available. If you get them now, you save a few bucks than if you get them at the door.
So if I wore a Pendleton and then came and it was sold out, would I be double sold out? Oh, wow.
Double whammy all in one night. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, who else? I know there's going to be a couple more other people there. Can you let us know who else is going to be there? We got another comedian and also an MC.
Yeah, we have Deanna and I, when we can, we like to work with as many women as possible, but we like to mix it up and we like to keep a balance in there. So we've got our old, I was going to say raggedy. He's not raggedy. Our old funny friend.
Rezzy.
He's Rezzy. Rob the Res Reporter Fairbanks is coming in. He's a Leech Laker. He will be with us. And then the MC is Gabriel Nightshield, a Dakota friend from South Dakota.
Awesome. So Trish, are you headlining, or there's no such thing? Are you going to be last on?
I think I'll be last on, but I'm never very comfortable saying I'm the headliner for anything. So we all are. We're co-headliners.
You guys don't want to get blamed, the headliners, though. The co-headliners.
No, I don't know if that's a native thing or a woman thing or whatever, but no, because it takes all of us, because like we're all in the show, and I feel like it really doesn't work without each other. So I say co-headlining, or if I say headlining, it's meaning everyone, that I'm part of the headliner crew that we have. I don't know. It just doesn't feel. I don't think we work that way. But Deanna, you could speak to that. But it takes all of us to have a good show. It doesn't work when we don't. I mean, yeah.
We can call you Ogie Makwe.
Translate.
Extra gitchy.
Gitsy quay. Hey.
So Deanna, you're kind of new to the comedy. What, a couple years now? I know you've always been funny, but getting on stage.
Yeah, and you know what? It's funny because I've like just have this theme of really doing things really late in life, like super late. You know, I didn't get my license until I was 25. I still haven't graduated. Yeah, I haven't graduated college. I have my associate's degree, but I don't have my bachelor's, so I'm probably going to go back to school. Yeah, I was 25. So
You're a princess passenger.
yeah. So, but yeah, it's been probably, I remember like putting myself in this place because John Roberts. Oh, is somebody shape shifting back there? Hey.
That's my dogs. That's my rugby girl getting really excited.
She's like, yep. She's, but yeah, I think John had me on a show, like a radio show, as a comedy show, but it was online. It was during COVID, and I just started seeing myself in that light. And then I believe John had invited me to a show. I was so scared, but I'm like, might as well. And that's where, I met Trish before, but we just started vibing right away. Just like, you're a Native woman, you're from where I'm from, we're from the same nation. And we just like started supporting each other like day one. So that was awesome.
And
that's cool. Trish, you guys, you both do emceeing at powwows too, I've seen, and that's a really awesome, and that's kind of being a comedy person too. You got to keep the ball rolling, so to speak.
You do, and actually I got into that because of Deanna, so I think we both help each other grow as performers and entertainers of what we're doing. So Deanna is much more experienced in that area than I am, but we have a lot of fun doing that, and we're just some of the few women that do it on the powwow circle. There's not many, and yeah, it's a lot. I like it. I love to watch the dancers. We love I'm going to say we love the food and the snacks that we get at the table. That's a good work perk we don't get in a lot of other places. That's nice.
Right.
Well, Deanna, too, I know you've been doing it a little longer than Trish. Have you broke up any fights or anything?
Oh gosh. I'm trying to think. I don't think so. There's been drama though. I've seen drama and I'm like, what's going on? I try not to like insert myself, but I'm like, what's going on over there? I try to be like I'm not trying to be nosy, but there's that Native urge to always like, who's that over there? What's going on? Get them the hell out of here.
No, I feel like we always have our radar up, right? Like sensing stuff. Like you gotta just always be on your toes watching that.
Yeah.
Right. That's awesome. Haley, I'm outnumbered here. Do you have a question? Or you've seen these young people do their thing, and it's funny too, Trish. I know you through your brother, which is really a small community, right?
We are so small. It's the smallest ever. Yep. And he's
I didn't know you had a brother.
I do. We worked with Robert for like 25 years.
Yeah, he's still working.
He still is. Yep.
And he does beautiful work, and the kids love him. And I always said about Tom that he's one of the mellowest, hyperest dude I've ever met in my life.
That is a really great way to describe him. And I think that I'm probably the opposite, but like the most hyper, like busy, but also like so mellow about that makes perfect sense to me. Actually.
Yeah, love him. And I saw him at your last show too. That was really great to see him.
Oh, good. Yeah, I think he should be there. We're back in his neighborhood, in our old neighborhood, so he should be there on Friday.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what time does this start again? 6:30. The doors open and show starts at 7:30.
I think the doors are 7. They could be 6:30, probably 6:30, but the show starts at 7:30. I've seen two different times for the doors open, but I know our show definitely starts at 7:30.
Right on.
And it's a real 7:30. It's not 8. It's really 7:30.
Oh. Not Indian time. Oh wow.
No.
We've done that actually, John Roberts is the one that taught me to do that. I think we were doing a show at the House of Comedy at the Mall of America, and John had 7 and the real time was 7:30, and I kept getting calls from the theater. They're like, we have people at the wrong time. And John was like, no, leave it. It'll be fine. And it worked out perfect. So that was, he had it figured out just right.
Yeah. Let it marinate.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. We're here with Deanna StandingCloud and Trish Cook, and we're talking about the big show coming up here on Friday, January 24th. And again, 7:30 is when it starts, but get there early and bring your fry bread with you so you can chew on it during the show. You know, bring a bag full. Remember me when you see me to give me a little fry bread. Oh,
yeah. Bring us some snacks.
Smuggle it in.
Yeah.
It's like when we're on the powwow circuit. Put your fry breads together.
Yeah.
We'll ask that.
Oh, I like that one. Hey, you guys don't, again, the show is called Big Auntie Energy. How did you come up with that? Or it's kind of obvious, but to me,
well, we needed a name that just kind of worked for both of us and letting folks know that we are woman-led, that women are leading this comedy group. So that's why we don't always have aunties on it. And we appreciate the uncles and our other relatives that can join us and be a part of it. But there's not many of us that take on these big stages and can do that. So we wanted that in our name and what it means. And we like the fact that we could be, you want us to be your bae. We're not anybody's bae.
Hey, I'm here with Trish Cook and Deanna StandingCloud, and we're going to be right back with some more tomfoolery. Oh, wow. This is Native Roots Radio.
Cafe Latte offers made-from-scratch soups, salads, sandwiches, and mouth-watering desserts.
So come check out their pizza and wine bar, or get a treat from the bakery made fresh daily. Plus, you can still do online ordering and takeout, along with gift cards. Just go to cafelatte.com and choose from their ever-changing selection of award-winning salads, sandwiches, and soups. Cafe Latte is located off Victoria and Grand and online at cafelatte.com.
A home that needs new everything. Plus the kitchen sink. Life math is complicated. Affinity Plus makes it easier. With great rates on a home equity line of credit, we make tackling home projects less stressful. Visit affinityplus.org/rates to learn more today. Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union. Insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Do you have a vehicle you no longer need? Are you a little cash strapped? Rudy Luther Toyota will pay you for your used vehicle. It's really simple. Head to rudyluthertoyota.com, answer a few simple questions, and Rudy Luther Toyota will get you an instant offer. Then they will set up an appointment, and after a quick verification, they will handle all the paperwork and coordinate getting you your check. It's that simple. It's a fast way for you to get rid of the vehicle you no longer need, putting money in your hands. For more information, head to rudyluthertoyota.com. That's rudyluthertoyota.com.
Hey, it's Patrick. Your friends and family may be gone now, but the messes that were left behind on your carpets, rugs, upholstery, and more remain. That's why you need to call my cleaning heroes at Zero Res and get 2024 out of your house for good. That's why to start the new year, Zero Res is offering 24% off all cleaning services for the month of January. That's 24% off carpets, tiles, rugs, upholstery, any surface in your home, and don't forget about your air ducts. Call Zero Res right now at 952-ZERO-RES or visit ZeroResMinnesota.com and ask for the AM 950 special. But Zero Res isn't just good for cleaning up the post-holiday messes at home. They can make your business look great too. Zero Res was out at the station this fall, and we couldn't have been happier with their quality of work and their professionalism, and the station looks great. So don't wait. Book your home cleaning today. Call 952-ZERO-RES or go to ZeroResMinnesota.com and ask for the AM 950 special. Zero Res.
Chronic diseases, often pervasive and long-lasting, undeniably pose difficult challenges. At Hypercharge Wellness, we recognize the pressing need for integrative solutions that complement medical treatments, ensuring a true holistic approach. We've harnessed physician-directed, evidence-based modalities to promote well-being, symptom alleviation, and improve quality of life for those struggling with chronic conditions, including autoimmune diseases, fibromyalgia, migraine, dementia, and more. Chronic diseases present complex interplay of immunological, genetic, and environmental factors. While managing these conditions, integrating non-invasive, evidence-based modalities can offer a significant improvement in one's quality of life. At Hypercharge, we prioritize cutting-edge therapies tailored to target the root cause of these disorders. Experience a free introductory session at Hypercharge Wellness at your convenient locations based in Maple Grove, Eden Prairie, and Woodbury. This is your opportunity to feel the difference for yourself. Call or schedule online for your free introductory session valued at $200 today. Visit hyperchargeclinic.com now. Hypercharge is hope.
With a look at your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. A slight chance of snow tonight, temperatures up to 14, but wind chills of -12 possible. Then Wednesday, cloudy with a high of 27. Catch Caleb Heron at the Fillmore in Minneapolis on March 9th. One of America's top gay comedians, Caleb brings his So True tour to town with sharp humor and big laughs. Tickets on sale this Friday at Ticketmaster.com.
AM 950 KTN up, St. Louis Park, Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Hi, this is Representative Sharice Davids from Kansas. I'm Ho Chunk, and you're listening to Native Roots Radio.
And we're back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot.
This portion of the show is supported by Native American Community Development Institute, or NACD, in Minneapolis.
Hey, we have our friends Deanna, StandingCloud, and Trish Cook on, and I think they both took a bathroom break, Haley.
No, I see Deanna. She's back.
Oh, there.
Oh my goodness, a bio break. Well, my kid was actually yelling from there. She's like, "Hey, can you help me?" Yeah.
Cool. Hey, we're talking about your show coming up this Friday at the Parkway Theater, Groovy Aunties, and we have two of the groovy ones on. And you know, one of the things Haley and I talk about a little bit is how comedy is storytelling, and that's a tradition for us, Trish. And you tell great stories, and people can relate to them, and they're funny.
Yep. I was expecting you to keep going.
She's like, yep.
I know.
Sorry, I ran out of breath and I just gave it.
So, I mean, I think that is one of the things that all across Indian country, you know, from coast to coast or wherever we are, I think is universal. That is one universal truth that we have, is that no matter where we are, what we're doing, we are lucky to be around great storytellers and hear great storytellers. And we definitely know that comedy is healing, and it's not, I mean, I really mean it when we say comedy and humor is our medicine. I mean, we can look around and be in all kinds of precarious positions and situations, or good, bad, other, and we, you know, we laugh. We have to laugh at that. It's, you know, so our comedy, but I think it reaches across, you know, different ethnicities and cultural barriers. But personally, I think that our comedy and storytelling is not necessarily like, well, yeah, our show, but like, you know, it's the best out of everybody out there. Like I don't think anybody, you know, normally comes away from, well, at least our, like now talking about our show, Ace Bay, and what we've done in the past, that nobody should ever feel like they were slighted or talked down to or anything. Like everybody's in on it, right? We want everybody to be laughing or find the humor, you know. And I always like to say, especially when we have like a really big mixed audience, is maybe you'll learn something, and that's okay too. So I like that approach with it as well.
Right on. And that gets to my point too, is that anybody come on down. It's just like a powwow. You can come down there. There's no, we're not checking your IDs and make sure you're enrolled. Just come on in. And Deanna, did you see Trish? You know, there's that fine line of comedy and crying, laughter and crying. That's wiping her eyes and cleaning her glasses there on radio.
Let's get dog hair.
It's so
in my eye.
crazy. I just saw what the guy's name is Rain. He's on The Office.
Oh yeah,
So
Rainn
he's
Wilson.
Rainn Wilson. Yeah, I just saw an interview with him, and he was like, comedy is healing because when you're laughing, you're not crying. So, but you're also discharging. Like as in terms of like mental health and mental wellness, like comedy should be taken seriously as like this is a powerful
Absolutely.
way for us to like get through all of these our legacy as Native people. And with everything coming towards us in the next 4 years, we're going to have to figure out creative ways to just manage and like our mental health, and it's very important. So I'm taking it more seriously too, which is not necessarily what I really do, but
No, I agree with that. I do. And
Yeah.
you say about taking it seriously too, it's like I just forgot, but like like we all have a cousin back home that's driving like the most ratchet war pony, right? And if he's not laughing at that, then he's really going to be bummed out for a while, right? Like if you're in on it and if you own it before anybody else does, like you're going to be fine. Like you are going to be okay. One of my favorite stories that I love to tell is, well, everybody knows about my fancy cousin, but she I was at home, a single mom with 3 little kids, and like worried about the lights being on or turned off, and we were eating like the worst pizza ever. It was like Little Caesars, and like getting ready, like whatever. It was just a I was going to swear on the air. I almost did. I didn't. It was. Thank you. It was havoc everywhere, right? But I get a call.
We've had Bobby Wilson on, so
so you're good.
But she called to tell me, or she texted me. No, she called to tell me that she had just been bumped up to first class and was now sitting next to one of the Jacksons. And it wasn't a good Jackson. It was like Tito or Jermaine. I mean, not the best Jackson.
Right.
She called to tell me, and I was like, of all the people, like I'm sitting here, I think I'm going to be in the dark in 3 hours. I'm eating my pizza, and I just broke out in tears of like laughter, like, oh my God, this is what I needed, right? Because they still know you're still the same person that you are, even if you're having a tough time and going through it. Like your people still love you and have your back, and they're including you. And like if you can't laugh at that, I mean, yeah. So that's what I love.
We need to laugh, Deanna. I read somewhere that children laugh 500 times a day. And then I tried to count one day that I laughed, and I was by myself, and I don't think I laughed more than twice. And I was laughing.
Jeez.
Oh, so it is good medicine, as you say.
Yes.
It totally is.
My mom is in senior living. She's in elder care and memory care. And when I go to visit her, when we all do, but my job, I feel like when I go to visit her is always to make her laugh. Like that's my goal each and every time. And when I go around, I don't hear the other residents or people laughing. Like they just don't. They don't, at least not on her unit where she is. And, I think sometimes people are really careful about how they talk to people with memory issues and how they approach it. But I just get in there and I just get weird, and we'll tell her stories or, stories of the past or something that's happened to me in the week. If I can get her to laugh, it's just like there is a spark that comes out that is unmistakable. And I love that. It's just like, yep, she's still there. She's still got it somewhere in there. And I love that. And it's hard. And I usually leave, probably in tears, but at least for a moment, we have that,
Yeah. Hey, we're here with Trish Cook and Deanna StandingCloud, and we're talking about the big show coming up, Big Auntie Energy at the Parkway Theater on Friday, January 24th. And get there at 6:30, and then the show starts at 7:30. And bring your fry bread, and hook me up when you see me. I'll be in the front row. Row. So I know this. I can just sense this, Deanna, but I want to ask Trish this.
Uh-oh.
Were you a class clown? Because I know Deanna definitely was.
No. I was the class menace. Was not a clown.
That's pretty close, though.
No, I don't think anybody was like, oh, she got like, no, I was a major pain as a teenager in high school. I mean, I think I had a good sense of humor and like that, but I wasn't disruptive or doing, I mean, you know what I would do? Like my thing is probably the same as now. And my brother, Tom, that you know, could agree to this. Like my problem is laughing at inappropriate times or when you're supposed to be quiet. So like in church or when you're in a test and somebody looks at you weird, or if somebody has like a piece of hair, like stuff like that would drive me crazy. And I do have a very recognizable laugh. Some people, people have come across like from other sides of restaurants or places and been like, oh my God, I heard you here. So I have that, but not a class clown. No.
Yeah. You know, when I quit drinking 40 years ago, and I was everybody's tolerance tester. So I thought I was funnier than I am. So
yeah.
You were a class clown. Come on now, right?
Oh God, I got thrown out of a college class one time.
Did you really?
Disruptive. I did.
Oh.
I felt so naughty. I was like, that's really bad. I'm supposed to be kind of an adult. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, you didn't ask about getting thrown out of the classroom. Like I mean, yeah, I was a horrible student, or horrible all the way around, like for sure.
Hi.
Hello. Hey, Deanna, can you tell us the story of you getting thrown out? I'd like to hear that.
It was bad. Okay, so I was actually in school at Albuquerque, so I was a Lobo for a semester. And it was, we were just given that I just graduated high school, so I wasn't like the most mature high school student ever.
Your frontal lobe wasn't even fully formed.
So, yeah, my frontal cortex was mush. So it was all about me, and I just got my little per cap, and I thought I was cute, and I was like, I was at this tribal like summer camp, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Some of us aren't from here. We should go to the club. And what? My brain. Looking back, I'm super embarrassed. I'm super embarrassed for the people who put their time and effort into like creating that program, because I'm like, let's go to the club and let's go get fake IDs and piercings. And I'm like, why did I come all the way here? I need to study. So yeah, I got thrown out of that class.
Get a fake ID at home.
I like the club part and the tattoo part.
Yeah, the piercing. Yeah. Crazy.
I love it.
Cool. Trish, have you been thrown out of anywhere?
Yes.
Well, we'll have to pay money to hear that story, though.
One I think was just I was part of another crew getting tossed out of some place. So I know that there is a place in Uptown that I'm banned for life. But that didn't even happen until I was in my 30s, and I was just guilty by association. And then classrooms, yes, plenty, like starting from grade school. Yeah, my parents were no stranger to the office.
All right. Hey, we are here with Trish Cook and Deanna StandingCloud, and we're talking about big Auntie Energy coming up here on Friday, January 24th here at the Parkway Theater. We'll be right back. I just got to say a big Peeny Gigi thank you, and this has been fun, and we'll see you the next segment. Ho-wah!
Minnesotans are hardy. We don't let snow or ice get in our way. We have places to go. So making sure your vehicle is in prime shape for winter driving is so important. Take your vehicle to Rudy Luther Toyota for all your service needs. I was just there. I got my oil and filters replaced, and they did a complete safety check to make sure my vehicle can tackle winter. And they service all makes and models of vehicles. Head to rudyluthertoyota.com and use their super easy Toyota service schedule to set up your service appointment today. Rudy Luther Toyota on the southeast corner of 394 and 169 in Golden Valley.
Start the new year with nonstop laughs at Brave New Workshop's Big Christmas Energy. This holiday tradition, now running through January, is packed with sketches and songs to keep the laughs going. Enjoy new sketches and perennial favorites, including their unforgettable take on the 12 Days of Christmas. Whether you're recovering from awkward holiday conversations or just looking for a good time, Big Christmas Energy will leave you smiling. Catch Big Christmas Energy Thursdays through Saturdays in January at Brave New Workshop in Minneapolis. Get tickets at bravenewworkshop.org.
Turn to Auto Technical with your vehicle donation. We have families waiting for a car. You know, over 85% of unemployed are successful in finding and keeping a job if they have dependable transportation. A car plus a job equals a life changed. 612-919-5526. We have families waiting for a car. 919-5526 or autotech.org.
Would you let animals pick your insurance? Do you really need to experience mayhem to get the best rates? Or how about a celebrity quarterback or fake university saving you money? There's a lot of marketing stunts when it comes to insurance, but what you really need is someone looking out for you. Call Array Insurance, and they will work hard to find you the best insurance coverage and rates. So avoid gimmicks and call Cheryl at Array, 763-504-3067 or arrayinsurance.com. Array Insurance, working hard for you.
Oh, this is Dallas Goldtooth, and you're listening to the Native Roots Radio. Hoka, hicha, wecha.
Welcome back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot.
This portion of the show is supported by Howling for Wolves, protecting wolves for future generations.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was a good one, Deanna.
Hey.
There you go. Hey.
Shape-shifting.
I was just thinking too, in my drinking days towards the end, I got kicked out of 2 bars, and one of them was First Avenue, and it's like, how do you get kicked out of First Avenue? That's like where all the
takes a lot of work to get kicked out of First Ave, Mr. Pilot. That is a lot. That's gangster.
Yeah, that's hardcore. That's hardcore, right?
Yeah, I was a legend in my own mind.
That's like getting kicked out of Dusty's. You got to really work at it.
Shoot, we're here with Trish Cook and Deanna StandingCloud, and we're talking about the big Auntie Energy at the Parkway Theater on Friday, January 24th. Doors open at 6:30, and the show starts at 7:30. And I should stop saying bring your fry bread, because people might throw it at you if they don't like your set. Oh, wow.
That'd be okay. That'd be okay.
I'll throw it back like a frisbee.
Better than roses. Hey.
Well, is it?
Oh, is it really?
Depends on who makes it.
Hey, they could throw some legal tender at us. That would be all right. I'd take it.
Yeah.
Billy won't be throwing any of our grandma's secret recipe, will you, Haley?
Yeah.
No.
I don't
If I
think the
do,
theater
it's
wants
soft.
anybody throwing anything. I'm sorry, Haley, but yeah.
Hopefully not.
So I know your stories are good. They're personal stories that are really funny. And again, being I was going to say a shift shaper, but being a storyteller and a shift shaper. You know, Deanna, I got to say one of the things, I don't know if you remember, we've been on Native Roots Radio is now in its 9th season. And you, I think, were on 9 years ago. And I always tell this story when you introduced yourself in your language, and you introduced your family, your children, and your parents. And I started crying at the old studio. I don't know if you remember that, but that really hit me.
I do remember. And it's taken a long time to figure out how to introduce myself. I remember it took me like a month to say Doksha Ike, like see you in Dakota. It took me like a month. So my introduction took long.
That was really good. It was really I tell people about that. It really hit me, and it inspires us too. I have a friend that says, try and speak your language. You know, your ancestors are listening, and they're not going to be correcting you. And you sounded great.
Awesome. I appreciate you remembering that, because you bring it up often, and I I get all emotional too, because it's like you come a long way when you learn when you're an adult. Because I learned a couple words when I was younger, but when you're an adult, and you kind of look back and you see how far you've come. It's amazing. So thank you for reminding me.
Yeah. Well, it isn't swear words, Trish, that we first learn in our language, Ho-Chunk.
That's just a Red Lake thing.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the first thing, I had hello and see you laters and a couple of other words, but one of my best that I remember learning when I was about 5 or 6 was non-wabic. And that was a great party game as a kid. Put your hand out, non-wabic, and it means $5. And there were some elders that would never say no to that. They thought that was a good one.
That's cute. That's cute. I think we should bring that back. Matter of fact, during the show, I'll pass the hat around too. Sorry, I'll wear a tuxedo and pass the hat around.
I wonder what kind of show is this?
We should up the amount though, make it more than $5.
What? We're gonna have tuxedos.
100 wabic. How do you say 100 wabic?
Oh
my gosh.
No, that's out of my tax bracket.
Yeah.
We need a language speaker to chime in quick.
Yes. I'd say you're real cashy.
Yeah. So, what do we have? How long are normally your sets? I think you were like 15, 20 minutes. Does that sound right?
Well, we have 90 minutes for the entire show. We may have a guest or two. We may. I know, Deanna. What? We might. So they might do like a little guesty, and then I think so then Deanna and I and Rob will fill in the rest of the time. So
wow, there's that's a teaser there.
it's a little bit, yeah. We might have a
Deanna,
guest.
did you know about this teaser, that there may be some people in there telling a few jokes in between your jokes?
No, but I love it because I love when there's a diverse amount of people, because we hit on different things.
Yes.
Like last year we had Beef, and he played a song, and that was really cool.
Yes, he had his guitar.
Yeah. And then John, everybody has their own styles.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy it when there's a lot of folks in one show.
I do too.
That is a really good point. There are different styles, and but the stories are great, and I'm excited. I'll be sitting in the press box up in the front row.
Oh wow!
Is that where the press box is there?
Right next to the camera person.
Oh, you're going to be upstairs looking out the window on the second floor.
Yeah.
That's really the best spot. If you can get up there, that's a good one.
Ooh.
Nice.
So I just tell them I know Trish.
Yeah. They'll be like, who are you talking about?
Oh my God, stop talking. We're done with her. Goodbye. Get out. Then you get kicked out of the parkway. You can add it to your list of places you get ousted from.
Oh, hey, there's another show too on February 14th, which is Valentine's, but also the big MMIW march down in Minneapolis that I never miss. But you guys have a show on the 14th too.
We do. That is our Galentine's show. I think it's just the two of us. And we were going to be in St. Paul, and it starts early, and I think it's open for families.
Yeah, I'm bringing my kids, so hopefully.
Okay, so yes, families are welcome. Indigenous roots.
No
Our kids have heard it.
What about the other kids? Oh yeah, I'm sure.
They're fine. They're going to be fine.
Bring your kids. Bring your kids so I can meet them. I actually never met your kids before.
Mine?
Yeah.
Yes, you have, haven't you?
I have. No.
I think you've met one at least. Okay.
Well, that counts for all three then. If you've met one, you've met them all, Deanna.
That's not. If you met one, you met one.
Yeah.
I've got three of they are each so different from one another. Well, I think this Friday, I think that 2 of my 3 will be around. So you'll meet 2. And then, and we've had people ask, like, is this an all ages show at the Parkway? And really, it is like nobody's checking IDs for age or anything, but it's probably, unless you're a Red Lake kid, it's probably appropriate like 14 and up. Red Lake kid, you're fine. Come on in.
Come in at 3.
Pretty much, yeah. It goes. You're not comfortable speaking for other tribes, but for Red Lake, yeah, you're good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Geez, Deanna, how old's your son now?
Oh gosh, he's 17.
That's crazy because I remember when he was
Isn't it?
little, when you hosted that trivia contest years ago. He was funny. He's funny, or he was funny back then.
Yeah, he's all serious and crabby now, so it's whatever.
They get that. They get that way. They have like a delayed adolescent angst, or at least
Yeah.
my boys had that. I was not prepared for it.
No,
and
you don't see it coming.
And their feet start to stink too around that age.
Oh God.
Oh,
It smells like top to tater around here. I'm like, what is that?
So it's very specific.
Smells like old top to tater around here. What is going on? Sorry,
right,
no hating, no hating.
Hey, I just want to say a big teeny Gigi for being on, and Deanna StandingCloud and Trish Cook, and you guys are going to be at the Parkway Theater on Friday. Big Auntie Energy, big Peeny Gigi. Thank you guys for coming on.
Thank
wow,
you
me
guys so
great.
much. Miigwech, thank you. See you
Peeny
Friday.
Gigi.
Oh, good one, Deanna. Hey, we're still here. We are the 7th generation.
Woohoo.
And they freed Leonard Peltier. Oh, wow.